Tudero no haro 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 ni modote kenge! To Cast Plays. And we are going to be playing Okami today. For those of you who didn't know, I just said my intro in Japanese. For no apparent reason. No apparent reason. So, that's weak. So today we are going to be playing Okami.
And I'm gonna hit
New game. Okami!
Yeah.
So yeah, I decided to do my intro in Japanese just to go along with the theme of Okami, being only an overseas game.
Oh, I can't skip this, can I?
Long, long ago, in a tiny hamlet known as Kami lay nested in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored by a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets.
State, I think?
To statate, I don't know how to say that word. The appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast. A young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on a neck the size of a tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No, anyone dare disobey the horrific beast. No one dare. Oh, whatever. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranumi.
Shiranui.
Whatever. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. The people assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. I suck at saying Orochi. Oh. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movement. Wow, that's a tongue twister.
Words.
Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white, plumbed arrowhead heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in a place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as the evil itself served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon the 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice.
Losing it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Nagi leaped with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel, and blade left nary a scratch. Nary a scratch.
Yeah. There's a bell right there. What the heck?
At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued, and gasped for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Baring its fearsome claws, Shiranui leaped towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to conquer Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharp claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gaseous majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi.
A little longer, Tyler. Almost there.
Orochi saw a chance to strike that would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in with the last ounce of strength. The majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword and became a beacon of hope. I added words because it sounded cooler. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary.
So close.
Channeling all his strength into the sacred, scared, and battered arms. He leaped furiously towards Orochi, his sword posted high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on strings. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner.
Oh my gosh. How are you gonna survive the rest of the video if you're talking like this?
Orochi's broken body collapsed in the lake of its own blood.
Oh, well, that's hygienic.
In that instant, the curse that plagued the village was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to
Kamiki.
Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving.
Well, that's sad.
The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark. Then closed his eyes and drifted off as if into slumber.
How much more do you have to talk?
It's almost over. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it.
It's a sapling logo.
Nagi's sword was christened
Tsukiomi.
and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, that is not the end of the story.
Or not.
There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. So close. It happened so quickly that no one in the village ever took notice.
Oh my gosh. You gotta do his voice now. Actually, I'm not giving it away, so just talk normally.
Huh?
Don't do his voice, talk normally, so no one knows who it is.
Oh, okay. This is the legendary sword? This is Tatsuyuki Omi, whatever. The sword that banished the dreaded Orochi, yes, thank you.
That's...
No, it couldn't be.
Freak it out.
It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale.
Shink. Look what you did!
Oh man, I'm scared now.
Run for it!
Oh man, that was bad.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
What? Oh, I knew like a...
Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the word I wish darkness into the world. Utter that prayer into me and unleash my power. Unlimited power!
No.
No, goodbye now, I'll talk to you later.
No. Shaking like crazy. How did no one hear that?
Don't know. I mean, there's that guy guarding right outside, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Goodbye, trees. Goodbye. Have a great time.
Tree. Oh. No!
Sun.
No. Oh. You just talk normally. Really.
A horrible tragedy.
Tragedy.
Tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse.
Oh, I just realized I have to come up with a voice.
For who?
The Sakuya lady.
Oh, I guess so. The tiny settlement of Kamiki village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins.
I would like to thank you for watching. A like, a comment, and a subscription would be greatly appreciated. If there's ever anything you'd like to see me do, please leave in the comment section